Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about how best to customize your happy planner, and this is part of a new series called Beyond the Basics that I'm doing for planner newbies or ones that have been planning in a single planner for a while and just kind of want to take things to the next level. So basically we're going to talk about 5 tips to customizing your planner, and hopefully the information will help you feel better about your planner and help you find planner peace. So alright, let's get started. So let's say you have a happy planner and you love it, which most people do. I mean, if you have a happy planner, why wouldn't you love it? It's the best. So you've got the planner, but you're wanting to compartmentalize your life a little bit better or organize your life in a way that you kind of separate things out. So what you first need to identify is, do you need another planner? Do you need more than one planner to meet your needs? So this planner here I'm just showing you is one that came in a box set, and this is a standard off-the-shelf planner from Happy Planner. It's got a cover, it's got, you know, an intro page to write your name, and then basically currently pages, dividers, a monthly spread, and then a weekly spread. And some of them are dated and some of them are not, and you can date or change the dates too if you have a dated planner and you want to use it at a different time. But basically this one here is a vertical layout, and most happy planners are vertical, but they have different versions now. They also have a horizontal layout, which let me pull one out. I have a sample of that. So a horizontal layout would be something like this. So this would be vertical, 3 boxes on top of each other, vertical days like this, horizontal days go across the page like this. And then there's also the dashboard layout, which I think I can also show you that. Give me a second. Because I use the dashboard layout in my in my social media calendar. And it looks more like that with all of your week on one page, and then you have kind of like what they call it a dashboard, because you kind of have a dashboard of your to-dos and things like that on the opposite page. That's a dashboard layout, and the only one I don't have to show you is a monthly layout. So, but they have planners in all those different styles, but the most common is the vertical. And so let's say you want to branch out beyond just having a single vertical planners. Next thing you need to ask yourself is, how many do you need? So what purposes will you be using it for? Will you need one for health, fitness, wellness? Do you need one for faith planning? And maybe even social media, or I mean whatever, for work versus home. I mean, there's so many different ways that you could use a planner. So you got to figure out how many planners you need to start. Now I know some people are like, how many planners? I mean, I should be able just to do it all in one, and I will show you some techniques to plan in multiple planners, but kind of keep it condensed into one later. So that said, you need to figure out what format will best work for you. So I've kind of mentioned the main 4: horizontal, vertical, dashboard, and monthly. There's also a health spread that is called from either the Healthy Hero. There's also a wellness version, and there's also one that's just food on the majority of it, and that's, I think, just the exercise and food journal version. All of these are available for Happy Planner. So you just kind of have to figure out, okay, well, what do I really need? What am I looking for? What format will best work for me? And then start from there. So my first tip is figure out how many planners you need and in what formats. Okay, so the next thing I would say is how do you want your planner set up? Do you want individual planners for faith, and then another type of planner for, daily, and then another one for fitness and what have you? Do you want them all separated? Or do you want to combine them into one that you can kind of carry with you, which is the way mine is set up? And if so, there are a couple of ways that you can set up a planner so that it's more combined, which is the beauty of the DISC system. So mine is currently set up as a Franken planner. That is the term used because what I do is I take out months at a time. So let's say I wanted to faith plan in my Franken planner. I could take out a month out of here. So the month is basically divider to divider, pull it out, and then I could stick it into my planner. Let me get back to the end here. And then I could just drop it in. So make a new section. That is basically the core of Franken planning. You put all the sections you want into one single planner. So this could be my faith section. So right now mine's set up as daily. And so basically there's the daily section, my everything, and I separated it with a folder. And then there's also, I have my health, which is I just keep a month or two of health, a month or two of social, and then now I just dropped in my faith, and I would maybe put in a dashboard to quickly find my social section. But it's all contained in one planner. That is what we call a Franken planning system. So it's not a full 12 months together. It's you take the months out that you need from your main planner and you basically create a new planner out of them. That is Franken planning. So let me just undo that so you can see. So take that out. We're back to my old system. The other way that you can do it that is pretty popular on in the planner community is called transformer planning, and it's very similar to the Franken planning system. However, the way that they set up or how you would set up a transformer planner is as follows. So here is a transformer planner. This is my home planner. Basically, it's the one that stays at home, and I do a few things in this planner. This is my faith and lettering section or planner. It also contains things for my home and then things that I want to keep long-term goals. So the way that a transformer planner works, you take the cover from an individual planner. So this planner is actually wasn't a planner, it was a Happy Notes, just a Happy Notes notebook. And I took the cover off of that and put it on these rings. And you basically put it back, front, back, if you will, okay? So that they're like bookmarked. And this section here is my lettering and faith section. So I would get into that part of my planner, and when I'm ready to talk about my home stuff, what you do is right behind my whole faith section, you take and you put in a new cover to divide out one section from another. So that, let's say I am wanting to plan in my home planner, like home management stuff. This is the cover that I would use here. So it looks like it's a planner just for home. Like you can't really see the other covers at the same time. Like it's kind of bookleted as its own planner, which is kind of the transformerness of the planner. And so then you get into the home section, which I still need to label. But this is like, okay, I need to do whatever, my chores or budget or whatever. There is in my home planner, and then I have one other section, which, again, when you're ready for that section, you transform your planner front and back, so now it looks like a new planner, And this is another cover from a Happy Notes that I've had, which I love. And then you get into my goals planner. So this is where that is, and long-term storage of things. So that is what a transformer planner is. And if that is something that you like let's say you love covers for multiple planners and you want to be using multiple planners, but you don't want to carry them all around, this is a great option because then you get to see your covers and you can kind of style your planner to your mood. Whatever cover you're feeling like is available to you. So that is a little bit different from just a standard straight up planner, which, you know, you basically have your cover and your months and the back cover, and then that's it, and whatever else you want to add in there, like note paper or what have you. And then the Franken planner, which is basically a couple of months from individual planners all combined into one, and then anything else that you want to add in there. Okay, so that's tip number 2. You need to kind of figure out how you want to set it up. If you want individual books, you want to do more of a Franken planning system, or do you want to do a transformer planning system? So 3 basically different options there. So tip number 3, do you need a specific size? So I pretty much solely work in a classic Happy Planner, this is a classic size. So it's a 9-ring size. It's a little bit smaller than letter size paper. And this size works best for me. I do not have examples of the big size or the mini size, but I can kind of give you an idea. So this here is a Happy Notes. And this is a half sheet, a half sheet is basically the same height as a classic size. And the mini is a 6-disc system, so it would be about this size right here, cut around here. So as far as this big, so that would be about a mini size, maybe a little bit wider. If you like to if you like to plan on the go, that is a really good option for you in the mini. If you don't mind writing small, you don't have a lot to really write in there, and you just kind of want something a little more compact, a little bit more, travel worthy, travel easy-ish, the mini size is a really good option. However, let's say you have a ton of content, or I say content, but let's say you have a ton of information that you already have printed out on letter size paper. Maybe you need it to be, a little bigger. So the big size is basically fitted for a letter size sheet. So here's a letter size sheet. You can pretty much do any printables straight off of letter size and stick it directly into a big planner, and it will fit perfectly. So that is the big size, which is, again, a little bit bigger than the classic, but is useful for people who maybe need a little extra room. A lot of memory planners like to do that, a little bit bigger space for pictures and things like that. And also it's really good for work planners and things of that nature, where maybe you're receiving a lot of documents and things that you want to keep in your Happy Planner, but they're usually going to be full-size letter sheets. That is something to keep in mind. So tip number 3, figure out what size works for you. If you need kind of the bigger size, or if you need, if the big size is a little too big, classic works for you. Or if you really just need something small and compact, stick it in your purse kind of planner, mini might be a better option. There's also these Happy Notes sizes now that have come out that are like half sheets. And there's also the micro, which is just a tiny little thing, maybe this big. I have one, but I need to go pull it. So anyway, so there are still options if you need something a little bit in between these sizes, but for main planning with, the main planner, Happy Planners that are out there that actually have months and dividers and days set up, that is your 3 options, is the mini, the classic, which is this, and then the big. Okay, so you do need to figure that out before you kind of jump in, because if you're going to be doing like a transformer type planner, you do want to make sure that they're all the same size. So if you decide to do a transformer planner but not in a classic but maybe in a big, then you want to make sure they're all the same size. And the same with like a mini. If you wanted to do like a Franken planning, you want it to all fit within your mini construct. So that's an important piece too. You need to figure out what size best works for you. And you can have multiple planners too, just realize that it's a lot harder to combine them. I have seen planners put mini pages in a classic or classic pages in a big, but in general, if you're trying to keep everything kind of consistent, that is the way to go. Okay, so the fourth tip is to figure out what kind of accessories do you need. So Happy Planner is awesome. They have so many awesome accessories. I mean, just oodles of it. So I'm going to start off with things like, do you need a hardcover? I really love the hardcovers actually, and I think that they look really professional for like work and things. So do you need a hardcover? Do you need one of the soft covers, which actually kind of wraps around your planner if you know, like to keep everything together in kind of like a packet? Do you need a bookmark or dashboard? So these are also very handy. As you can see, I use dashboards throughout my planner to denote you know, different sections and help me get right to where I want to be. So do you need those? Do you need pen loops? Do you need a place to hold your pens? Do you need folders? There's so many different options, guys. You know, just kind of figuring out, okay, I think I want a planner that looks like this. I'm going to want to carry, you know, so many pens. I want a place to, you know, stuff envelopes and things. You know, I need folders. I need extra dividers. I want to put some extra things inside of that. I need to get some dividers. Just so many different options. So kind of figure out how you want to set up your planner and what accessories you need, and then just gather those all together. You know, I've kind of covered some of the main ones, but there's all kinds of things that you can do. So, and you don't have to get it all at once, guys, too. Like, if you're just starting out and you're like, I know I want to get some folders, I know I want to have some dashboards, some pen loops, you know, just start small. Like maybe you just, you know, get the pen loops to start, and then, you know, you make do until you can, you know, kind of build your Happy Planner stash. And then, you know, as the years go by with this system, I mean, you can transfer them to planner. It's the beauty of the system. You just rip it out and put it in the next planner, and you always have it. So don't stress about getting it all at once. Kind of build up your system, and then when you finally find your planner piece by having all of those different things set up just how you like it, then that is the goal. Okay, so those are the main tips too. And then basically my last tip is things for planning. So we've talked about how to set up your planner, but it's also fun to have some extras. Things that I cannot live without, first and foremost, is friction pens. Let me pull my friction pen out. These guys, I mean, I should be a spokeswoman for these because I talk about them all the time. I love them. Get a pen that you love to write in and that works for you. The reason I love these friction pens is because, one, they are erasable. That's the main thing. So you can write and erase with this. It's the best. I make a ton of mistakes, and I hate an ugly planner with lots of crossouts and lots of scribbles. So I would probably not be a happy planner without this option. I can't handle just whiting everything out. I really love that this is erasable. So that said, friction pens for me are a must, but find the pen that works for you. Sometimes people like a heavy line and they like to, you know, really see like a lettering style, or However they manage to do it, find what works with you, for you. Papermate Flare is also a really popular choice with planner babes because it doesn't bleed through the paper. There's a lot of non-erasable pens that people like in, fine point and different colors, and so that is one tip I would say. So have a good pen that you love and that works for you. Also, highlighters, another thing that can really step up your planner game. So let's say you're on a budget and you have limited, stuff that you can spend on. You've got your planner, you've got a couple of accessories, and a couple bookmarks or whatever. You have a pen, and you want to get some stickers, but you don't really have the money right now for stickers, let's say. So, which is another accessory that I'll talk about. Highlighters are a great choice. They're a way that you can still plan and add some pretty color to your page without spending a lot of money. Again, these are friction highlighters. They erase. I mean, awesome. Like you highlight something by mistake, or you need to change things up. It's really great. But any highlighter, mild liners are very popular in our community as well. And just find something that works for you. So my second accessory that I think that you should invest in if you're just starting out is a highlighter. So good pen, highlighter, colored highlighter that works for you. And then lastly, stickers. You don't have to go crazy. We in the planner community go crazy over stickers. We love them all. We want them all. We have an obsession, but they're not the cheapest thing. I mean, I know, you need to kind of sometimes weed out what you really need and what you don't. So if you're just starting out and you're looking for a couple of books to get you started, I highly recommend, for functionality, the Colorful Boxes, the original. You can find this still at Joann's, I know, and I believe even Michael still carries this one, as well as online. Colorful Boxes is a really great option to get you started. It just adds color, a pop of color to your spread, and kind of gets things going, especially if you are more like appointment based, or if you like to keep things, very ordered and functional. It's a really good option. And then lastly, if you just want a little something that kind of covers everything, if you have, weekend plans, but you also need some chores and you want a little fun pizzazz and maybe a quote, a Planner Basics type book is really great too. There's a couple of them that are formatted like this, like the Mom sticker book is also pretty close to this as far as having a lot of variety. There's also, oh gosh, it just slipped my mind. Like some of the older books, like the watercolor one, they all are kind of more general so that you have stickers that kind of apply to different aspects of your life. So pick one of these up if you're looking for a sticker book that just kind of covers everything and to get you started. These are the two I most recommend. So that's basically it. And then, basically just have fun putting it together. I mean, it's so fun creating a planner that you customize and you feel reflects your personality. You've put the cover on that you love, you're decorating it with your color scheme and your, organizing your life, and it's just joy. It sparks joy, guys. So, as you're probably getting into being new to the community, Happy Planner system is a great system. It's very versatile, change things out, and so just overall, last tip, have fun planning and putting it together, making it your own. Okay, you guys, so that's basically my 5 tips to customizing a planner for your needs and kind of getting yourself set up beyond the basics. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below, and also go ahead and leave me a comment if you have any suggestions or you just want to get in touch. And click that subscribe button too if you want to see more of my videos and know when they come out. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, and happy planning, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.